And we begin at 6 with that breaking news from downtown Grand Rapids. We have live team coverage of a fire at Grand Rapids Brewing Company this afternoon. Micah Cho has reaction from one of the people inside the building at the time. But we begin with Josh Albertus, who talked to a battalion chief with the fire department. And Josh, what are fire officials saying about what happened less than 2 hours ago?
Well, when we spoke to the chief, Juliet, he said that they were thankful that this wasn't any worse than it was, and that was in part due to the quick response of Grand Rapids firefighters. We are told there are no injuries as a result of this fire. The damage was low to moderate, but a spokesperson for the group that owns this site did release new information on this just in the last half hour. I'm going to share with you some of what they told us. They told us the fire started around 4 p.m. Everyone is safe, they say. Hopcat, another business just further down the street, is now back open. They are assessing the extent of the damage here. There were a handful of guests in there when the fire started. 15 employees were also working at the time, but thankfully, as we mentioned, no one was injured, and Grand Rapids Brewing Company will be closed until further notice. Now, we spoke with the fire chief here on scene earlier about what happened. He said, as we said before, very thankful that crews were able to respond as quickly as they did. Dozens of firefighters and trucks down here earlier, damage low to moderate. Take a listen to what else he had to say.
First crew arrived on scene. We had heavy black smoke coming from the roof. Upon further investigation, we had heavy flames and smoke from the basement. So we had our first alarm crews, about 19 to 20 people, start to work in the basement and start to evacuate the building. All in, we have about 40 personnel operating right now. As you can see, we got a very quick knockdown on the fire.
And crews are wrapping up here on scene. They have been for a little bit now, so we are working to learn as many details about this as we can as they clean up here and as the fire has now been put out. As we learn any more details, we will be sure to share them with you both on air and online. 13onyourside.com. For now, live in Grand Rapids, Josh Albertus, 13 on your side.
The fire did force several buildings to be evacuated. 13 on your side's Micah Cho talked to one of the people who was on the second floor of the brewing company at the time the fire started. And Micah, what were you able to learn about the fire and them getting out?
Well, Juliet, one of the things that a lot of people told me when they first heard that there was a fire in their building was, are my neighbors okay? And if you saw, and I know we have a video of it from earlier, but if you saw the smoke billowing out of the Grand Rapids Brewing Company, I mean, it was just a major concern here in downtown Grand Rapids. A lot of firefighters are leaving now. We still do have a few companies here left. We actually just saw a group of firefighters go in the building not too long ago. Again, crews here are wrapping up. It was a very scary situation for a lot of people who work in this building and live in this building. The first floor is, again, Grand Rapids Brewing Company. The second and the third floors are Advantage Benefits Group. And then the last two floors up on the top are apartment buildings. And we talked to a couple that lives in those buildings. Here's what they had to say.
If it didn't smell like any smoke, that's what we were like, okay, so is this real or not? Is it, like, what do we do? So, I mean, we took the stairs. I mean, the elevators weren't working, you know, so we tried to get out as soon as possible.
So much smoke. There was a ton of smoke coming out of the building, and then right away the fire trucks came, and that's when you knew it's not good.
Again, it looks like we only have about one fire truck behind us. Roads are still closed. What we're really kind of seeing now at the Van Andel, which is right next to Grand Rapids Brewing, is there's Elevate Worship. It looks like it's a concert tonight, a Christian concert. So if you're coming downtown, you might want to find alternative routes to get down here because a lot of roads are still closed as fire officials continue to investigate. For now, live in Grand Rapids, Micah Cho, 13 on your side.